Hi gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, we are talking about a fragrance note that I once thought I did not enjoy, but boy, was I wrong. Today's video is all about rose fragrances. If you're interested, please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. So before we jump in, I want to say welcome to those of you who are new here. On this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey like today, I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle, and I also share some encouragement in every single video. So if that sounds like your thing, then I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. This fragrance I've talked about a lot here on the channel recently. This is Pose as Rose by Fragrance World. This fragrance has quickly become one of my favorite scents, and if you can't already tell by the packaging, this is inspired by Ker-leen's Rose Chérie. So if you are interested in that scent profile, or if you've been wanting to get your hands on the real thing, but maybe it's not in the budget, this is amazing. It smells almost exactly the same. Y'all, this is so good. This is such a modern rose. This is more like a dewy rose, and it's almost like a rose water, maybe a little bit more potent than rose water, but that's kind of what this is. This also has some other gorgeous notes. There is a purple flower in here, so this fragrance is powdery as well, but I would say it's a nice mix. It's more dewy feeling than powdery, but it does have a powdery accord. This makes me feel so fresh, so clean. It's very feminine. This is one of those fragrances that will change your mind about rose scents. It smells very modern, very polished. This is more like a clean girl type of scent, a very sophisticated type of scent. So if you're into those clean girl scents, you may want to check this one out. It's very affordable, but it projects and it lasts and it smells absolutely fantastic. So again, this is Pose as Rose by Fragrance World. The next one I have here is Rose 31 by Le Labo. This one is the most interesting, eclectic rose fragrance I have ever smelled. This one is more of an earthy rose. I don't get any sweetness from this fragrance. This one is like a rose, so it's not a rose water, but it has other elements that make it feel very modern. So it's like a slightly spicy, slightly earthy type of rose. It smells very clean. It's like a clean girl aesthetic, but it also smells very crisp. So this person dresses very sharply. They're always put together, very polished. They literally do not miss a beat. That's who I envision wearing this fragrance. It smells so unique, but it's so beautiful. I picked this one up during a very special trip, so every time I smell this fragrance, I think of the trip. This smells like spring in a bottle, particularly a rose garden in a bottle. That's what this is. It is on the pricey side, but it's so unique. You're not gonna smell like anyone else, and it's a clean girl type of fragrance. It's another one that is not your traditional rose. This one is very modern. This is Rose 31 by Le Labo. Okay, so next we have the newest, Kayali Fleur Majesty Rose Royale 31. This is currently the talk of the town. I went ahead and picked up a travel size because I was super duper curious about this scent. I have been known to buy a bottle or two of fragrances strictly because of the bottle design. That's definitely a possibility here for this fragrance as well. So really quickly, you can see that this fragrance has like a juicy opening. There are fruits at the opening that are very juicy and mouth-watering. There's a rose in this fragrance, a peony, violet wood, and there's a purple musk in this fragrance as well. Some really beautiful notes in this fragrance. I have definitely smelled this fragrance. I smelled it in store, and then I also smelled it the day that I got my travel size. So my very initial thoughts on this fragrance are that this fragrance is extremely beautiful. It's a nice, fresh, modern rose. It's very rose forward, especially at the top. And unlike some of the other Kayali fragrances, this one projects. And in my experience, because I've worn this already, I do think that it lasts a decent amount of time. On my first wear, I got about 5 hours with this one. So I do think that it performs very nicely and it's only going to get better with time. It's very rosy in the very opening. So it's juicy and rosy. The rose might be a little headache inducing if you're not big on florals. It's a very strong rose, but somehow I feel like the juicy fruits maybe keeps this rose from being like a dated rose. It still smells very current, very modern, very fresh, very youthful, very beautiful. I also think this fragrance is very womanly, so in my opinion, this is very beautiful. However, if you don't like floral fragrances, if you do not like traditional rose, you may not like this one. So this does have traditional elements of rose, but I do think it's done in a fresher, more modern way. It's sweet as well, and when I first smelled this, I was getting a hint of Delina. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is giving like a lighter version of Delina without the rhubarb, those like sharper notes maybe. As it starts to dry down, it definitely feels familiar. It feels like something that I've smelled before, and the fragrance that comes to mind is Delina by Parfum de Marly. So if you were curious about this one, that's what I'm getting from it. I think it's very beautiful. I think it's very fresh. I think if you didn't like Delina because of those sharp notes, maybe check this one out. You may like this one a little bit better. And this is a fragrance that I quite enjoy, but this one is very situational because sometimes florals, particularly roses, can give me a headache. And because of the performance on this one, which is a great thing, I have to really want to smell like rose when I wear this. The performance on this one is really nice. Will I be picking this one up immediately? Probably not. I'm definitely going to take my time with this travel size, get to know this fragrance, because I do feel like the DNA is familiar. However, this one has a juicy, fresh feel, which is perfect for the spring and summer. So I know I said this one feels like Delina, but it almost sits in the middle of Delina and Delina La Rosée. That's kind of how this one feels, with like added fruits. So yeah, this is the newest Fleur Majesty Rose Royale 31 by Kayali. Next up, I have the Prada fragrance. This is called Infusion de Rose. So to me, this one is a green rose. It's fresh. There's a citrus note in here. It feels very clean, more like a fresh cut rose. It's definitely a traditional rose, but I still feel like this one is done in a very modern way. So this one would be perfect in the summertime because it smells very fresh and it's green. So I feel like it smells clean, you know? I feel like I'm going to love this on super hot days. This is the first flanker I've picked up from this line of fragrances, and I'm really happy with this one. Like, I can't stop smelling the tester card. This reminds me of when I was a teen and I would buy a magazine and I would open it up to the pages with the fragrance samples. This reminds me of a fragrance I would smell on one of those pages. It smells very chic, very elevated. It has a very clean girl aesthetic, and I really, really enjoy this one. This is Prada's Infusion de Rose. The next one I have here is Aurora's Rose by Julianna's Perfume. So Aurora's Rose is all of the best things about Delina, Exclusive, and Baccarat Rouge 540. You have the airiness of Baccarat Rouge 540, but it's grounded by the beautiful rose and sweet and creamy elements of Delina Exclusive. It's so beautiful. I love it. So both fragrances in one bottle. You have your combo right here. You cannot go wrong with this one. And this next one is another creation by Julianna's Perfume. This is Inner Beauty Sunlit Grove. This is Delina La Rosée enhanced with fresh and citrusy notes, and I feel like to my nose this is a little bit sweeter. It's just so good. They have an original version of this fragrance called Inner Beauty, I believe, and that one was a little bit more green and more sharp to my nose when I smelled it. This one, however, I feel like is much improved. It's a little rounder, it's smoother, it's sweeter, and I love the added fresh notes, those citrus accords that they put in this one. So if you love Delina La Rosée and you're looking for an inspired version, a dupe version, I would highly recommend this one, Inner Beauty Sunlit Grove. And the last one I have here is an Arabian fragrance. This is Janoon Rose by Al Haramain. Janoon Rose is a super duper powdery rose, but what I love about it is it's very complex. I covered this fragrance in a video where I compared it to the fragrance it's inspired by. I will link that video here. But this is inspired by an Amouage fragrance, Blossom Love. And I do think this one shares a lot of similarities with that one, but this one is so much more powdery. So if you are not into powdery fragrances, powdery rose fragrances, this one may not be for you. However, if you enjoy those accords and those notes, then this one may be one to check out. What I love about this one is it makes me feel so super duper fresh whenever I have it on. It's a summertime favorite for me for that reason, and I love how complex this one is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the cherry blossom at the opening of this one. I absolutely love the amaretto note that's in this fragrance. It's everything. This is Junoon Rose by Al Haramain. All right, friend, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for still being here. If you are still here, don't forget to give this video a like on your way out. And if you enjoy fragrance content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as your notification bell so you never miss another upload. So today, before you click off of the video, I want to remind you to keep shining. Do not let anything or anyone dim your beautiful light. You are uniquely beautiful. There is no one else on this planet quite like you, and you are meant to shine. I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.